you see the growth of a guy like De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield and what they've gone through. So, if anything, just coming out into tonight's game, you want to be discouraged, but you also have a little bit of hope of, patience, growth, development with the young group. That's what you can end up being.
Coach, you always talk about pace and you want your guys to play fast. Sacramento put up 98 points.
Yeah, we ran
field goals tonight.
We ran into a team that's a little bit faster. And I always talk about pace in terms of efficiency. We don't want to just play fast. We want to be efficient. I didn't think we were very efficient on the offensive end. We definitely wasn't very efficient defensively. They got out and ran. We were really poor getting back, and the sense of urgency to get back against a team we knew was going to come out and run.
Coach, obviously, we talked about how the league is changing and numbers are up, but how do you, play this forward and not give up like 146 points?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just us. I don't know if it's just the league. I think it's just the way the game's going. It's, shots are quicker. Everyone's playing with a little bit of pace. You got more playmakers on the floor. I don't know what the number is. Obviously, it's not 140 or 146, but I think the tempo of the game, the pace of the game is just going to be that way all across the board.
Coach, you're currently in a 4-game losing streak right now. What do you try to do with this team to see if we can get out of this?
Yeah, it's spirit. Jeremy just spoke to our group in the locker room, and very inspiring. He talked about being away from the game for 2 years, and for him, it's just finding joy being on the court. And, he said he didn't know if he'd be able to play again. And I think for our young guys, for all our guys in there, it's just a matter of understanding that they're in the NBA. They got a great opportunity with a great group of guys, and it's important to really appreciate and have a little bit of joy. So for our guys, it's finding that spirit again. Jeremy gave a great example of his testimony, his situation. Really, we're all in it right now, just trying to find the spirit and find the joy of playing together.
Coach, even in this loss, can you see improvement within the team?
It's hard to, it's hard to find that. We know what we can do. You look at our stat sheet and you take their stat sheet out and it looks pretty good. 66 points in the paint, however many fast break points we had. We shoot over 45%. So there's things that are there when we play well. We've got to figure out how to do it on the defensive end, and that's the toughest challenge we're having right now, is committing to that side of the basketball.
Coach, 23 for Jeremy off of the bench. Obviously, you talk about him being away from the game for a long period of time. How can you take that momentum heading into, Saturday?
Yeah, I think the silver lining in a lot of this is other guys. Kevin Huerter gets hurt early in the game, and Tyler comes in and gets 10 points in 17 minutes. And Jeremy, ends up playing 24 minutes, and or 25 minutes. He ends up with 23 points. So silver lining is we're getting other guys opportunities. No one's really deserving of heavy minutes. We're just trying to find energy. We're trying to find effort. We're trying to find togetherness on the court. And we're getting guys opportunities and not in the fashion we want to, but they are getting out there.
I know it's early, but is there an update on Kevin at all?
I haven't checked yet. I have no idea. I know he got undercut a little bit going for a loose ball, and so they just declared him out, but they didn't say how bad or how severe anything was. So I don't know right now.
I know there wasn't much to be excited about, as you kind of said there, but how much concern are the turnovers moving forward, kind of spurring them?
Yeah, and honestly, we haven't talked about it. We talk about simple plays, we talk about execution, we talk about spacing. There's a fine line of over-analyzing the turnovers and saying it too much and kind of speaking it into existence. We want to avoid that. We want to find solutions, and we talk about the solutions. And the spacing and the execution and the timing are the solutions for us. We just got to get better at that portion of it.
Coach, their guards come out 58 points and 22 assists. What were they able to do tonight, Hield and Fox?
Yeah, Fox is just, he's one of, if not the fastest guards in our league. He just plays with a different motor, a different pace. He was effective. Obviously, the 3-ball was going for him tonight, so it makes him even more of a threat. But I think he sets the tone for them all the time. His pace and transition, his effectiveness getting into the paint, and then when he's knocking down threes, he's hard to stop. But again, they're credit to those guys and what they've been through the last couple of years to come out and start. They're on a 5-game winning streak, so they've been doing this together for a while now, and then a lot of them have been on the road. But we're going to try and take the momentum that they have and the execution and the growth that they have and try and apply it to our guys.
Coach, you mentioned that one of the things this game of concern was the defense. What is it that you see that you guys can work on?
Yeah, again, and I'll say it again until I feel it's different. But I think because our offense gets stagnant at times, or we're not seeing the ball go in the way we want it to, it's affecting us defensively. And that's an entire group. It's, you know, for all of our guys, we've got to play all 5 guys connected and staying together. And when one guy drops, it hurts our defense. And every possession, it's a different guy. And we've struggled with that the entire time. They went on a run to start the third quarter, which is similar to what the last game was, and it affected us tremendously. So it's just that commitment, it's that pride. We've got to somehow change the tone. We've got to come out with the defensive mentality, especially after halftime, and not worry so much about what the offense is doing.